I want to talk a little bit today about ugly people. No, not myself. I'm not I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about people that are ugly, you know? First of all, do you really believe that they want to be ugly? I remember when I went to high school, there was a there were well they weren't twins. They certainly weren't twins. There was two sisters, and there was a beautiful one. One of the sisters, her name was Kay. She was stunning. She was so cute. Gosh, she was cute. Anyway, her name was Kay, and she had a sister that was really ugly, really homely, called Charlene. Homely in the United States means, I don't know, ugly. Homely in Australia, where I lived at one time, at least this is what I remember. Homely means, a woman that's good around the house. She knows how to cook and she knows how to clean, and she's very homely. No, in us in America, homely means a dud. This woman's a dud. That she's a wallflower. Anyway, Kay was so beautiful, and Charlene was so homely and ugly. Anyway, I called. I remember after school one time, I called. I found out what their number was, what their home number was. This is before cell phones, boys and girls. I remember calling, hoping that I could talk to Kay, the gorgeous one. She didn't know I was interested in her or that I thought she was cute or anything, but I just thought I would, maybe strike up a conversation with her. I was good on the phone. I was really good on the phone. Anyway, so I called the number, and her mother answered. I thought, what do I do? She didn't have caller ID or anything. This is way before caller ID and call waiting and all that kind of stuff. So she didn't know what my number was. I could have hung up and she wouldn't have known who it was. But I decided to say something stupid. And so what did I say? I said, "Hi, is your ugly daughter at home?" And instead of her mother being upset at me, anyway, I'll reiterate what I just said. I said, "Hi, is your ugly daughter at home?" And her mother says, "Yes, just a minute, Charlene." Even her mother knew she was ugly. Of course, I hung up. What am I going to say? What am I going to say to the ugly daughter? Oh, I'm glad your mother knew who you were, whatever. But even her own mother thought she was ugly. I could not believe what I was hearing. "Hi, is your ugly daughter at home?" "Yes, she is. Just a minute, Charlene." I could not believe what I was hearing. Anyway, I did a lot of thinking, or have done a lot of thinking in my life about how unfair life is as in respect to people being ugly or people being good looking. So let's take a woman in high school, for instance. It's the good looking woman in high school. She gets the good dates. Guys want to date her because she's cute and she's sexy. So she gets the dates. She's on different committees and different things in school because she's popular. Other students like her because she's pretty. And usually, if they're pretty, usually they're smart as well. If you get somebody that's pretty and smart, you've hit a home run, baby. So anyway, so she gets the dates. She gets, she's on the committees. Just very popular. Very, very popular. So what happens when she graduates from high school? Well, goes out, gets a job, either a full-time job or a part-time job while she goes to school. So let's say she goes out in the workplace, and tries to get a job. Well, because she's pretty and cute and spunky and sexy, she gets the secretarial jobs, The law firm hires her, or a doctor's office hires her to be a receptionist. Why? Not because she can type 80 words an hour or a minute. They hire her because she's cute. They want a spunky, cute, sexy thing to be the reception, to be at the reception desk. Why? Because when people go in and they see this beautiful girl sitting there, that makes the customers feel good, Especially the guy customers. Makes them feel good and uplifts the feeling of the business, I didn't mean that. I don't mean that. Anyway, so outside of high school, she gets the good jobs. She still gets the good dates. Guys still want to date her. I mean, she can't lose. A girl that's cute, a woman that's cute, cannot lose. She just can't lose. So let's take the ugly woman, the ugly girl in high school. What happens to her? Let's see if life is fair, okay? What happens to her? Well, nobody wants to date her because she is ugly. Why would you want to date an ugly girl and take her to a school dance or whatever? Because that makes you look bad. That'd make me look bad if I took an ugly girl to a school dance. People would think, what's wrong with Ron? Has he got rocks in his head? Can't he find a better looking date? Duh. I don't want to be seen with her. And so she doesn't get the dates. Nobody wants her. She's not popular. She's not on the committees. Why would you want a homely, ugly girl on a committee, So when she graduates and tries to go out in the work area, the workplace, and get a job, does she get the reception jobs? Not really. I think the cute, pretty girl gets, 95% of the reception jobs over an ugly girl. Do people want to date her? No, not really, unless she puts out. There's some guys that don't care if a woman's good looking or ugly. If she puts out, she's worth going out with. That's how the mindset of some guys. And these guys are called, boys and girls, these guys are called perverts, idiots, lowlifes. So tell me how that's fair. Tell me how that is fair, being a good-looking person versus an ugly person. Okay, let's take the guy. Okay, let's take a guy, for instance, that's tall. I don't know, 5'11" to 6'2", 6'3". When you're tall and you're a man, you command respect. People look up to you. Pun intended. People look up to you. You carry a lot of weight around, baby. So, right off the bat, if you're tall, you're worth something. You're a cool guy. Even if you're a little bit ugly, if nature hit you with an ugly stick, you're still a cool guy. Because you're tall. You get the basketball, thing in high school. You're on the basketball team, football team, whatever. Girls want to date a tall guy, They want somebody they can look up to. When they go out in the workforce, in the workplace, they command respect. Okay, let's talk about this guy that's not tall, that's short. Does he command the same respect as a tall guy does? No. Would a woman rather date a small guy than a tall guy? No, not really. I don't think they would. I'll ask you women out there, would you women like to date somebody that's smaller than you are? That's shorter than you are? Why? Because you don't want to, that's why. So the tall guy gets the advantages. The pretty girl gets the advantages. How is that fair? How is that fair? Seriously, how is that fair? It isn't fair. Who said life was fair? Who in the world said life was fair? Life isn't fair. I was talking the other day about dog and cat adoption areas. The ugly dog or the ugly cat very rarely gets adopted. Why? Because they're ugly. They're homely. People want to look at a cute dog. Oh, he's cute. Oh, boy, what a nice looking dog. Geez, that cat's cute. Boy, she's sure cute. It's the black cat. There's lots of black cats, and it's just black. It's undesirable to have a black cat. Not to mention that, there's superstitions about black cats. So the ugly cats, for instance, the ugly cats that don't have pretty colors and they don't have this and that and the other, they might have some spots on their nose and on their mouth or whatever that makes them less attractive, or they might be the wrong color, or they might be, they don't get adopted as fast as the good-looking cat or the good-looking dog. So how is that fair? It's not fair. When I was in high school, I had a nice voice, believe it or not. Now I have a crappy voice. I can't keep a note or pitch, whatever you call it. I can't sing worth a crap. Up here I can. Up here I can do a lot of things. Up here I'm as good as what I was when I was 19, baby. But in high school, I sang good, and I was in boys' glee, blah, 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 blah. And I remember sitting next to one of my best friends. His name was John Smith, believe it or not. He's dead now. Anyway, it was he had a problem with his eyes. His eyes was kind of buggy. They were kind of buggy, and the assholes in the school and in this boys' glee class, the singing class that I took, used to make fun of John. John would be sitting next to me, and they would make the sounds of a frog. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Hey, John, ribbit, ribbit. They used to make the sound of a frog, making fun of John because he looked funny with his eyes. And I can only imagine how much that hurt John, knowing, not thinking, but knowing that these asshole of boys, these low-life thugs, were making fun of somebody that was less fortunate as they were. Making fun of him, not feeling sorry for him. He didn't ask to be born that way. He didn't ask to be teased all the time. But these boys, these low-life assholes, decided they would get their kicks by making fun of him. And, you know, kids in school are some of them are such jerks. But think about how these people that are less fortunate think, how they feel. They have feelings. Whether they're tall or short or pretty or ugly, they have feelings. That's the one common denominator that they all have, is they all have feelings. You know? And they're all humans. And they're supposed to be our brothers and sisters. Some people don't treat them as brothers and sisters, do they? No, some people treat them like garbage. Some people treat them like spit. Like they're crap on the bottom of their feet. No, life isn't fair. I think the next life where we are judged will be fair. Here's some of my 3D slides. Yeah, I think it'll be fair. And these jerks that tease other people aren't going to think they're so cool. They're not going to think they're so cool as they thought they were, teasing other people. Look at the fat girl. Look at the fat girl in high school or junior high. She might as well have leprosy. No one wanted to be around her. No one wanted to be her friend. Why? Because she was fat. And what did that make this fat girl feel like? She wanted comfort food because she was depressed. So she ate more. And she became fatter. I hope that people out there, you people, before you tease somebody, before you think that you're so much better than those unfortunate people, I hope that you can try to put yourself in their shoes. They didn't ask to be born ugly. Do you think they did? If you think they did, why would that be? Did you choose to be poor? Say, geez, I hope when I grow up that I won't have a house, that I'll have an old car, and I'll be poor. People don't choose to be ugly. They're born that way. Do you think those people are ugly? Do you think those people are ugly to God? Do you think those people are ugly to their Father in heaven? Do you? I've got news for you. God, their Father, thinks they're beautiful, thinks they're special. And he thinks they're just as good as you people that are pretty and you people that were born with a silver fork in your mouth, that have everything. I don't know. I just hope that people can start treating their brothers and sisters like brothers and sisters. No one chooses to be ugly. No one chooses to be short. No one chooses to be a little person. Do you think they do? If you think they do, you're an idiot. And you choose to be an idiot.